It's me. I'm back with another one. My shirt is yellow. Yes. But this video goes against what I just said. What did I just say? Yes. Basically, today I'm just trying to teach you how to say no. Right? And teach you why no is one of the best things you could know how to say. No pun intended. No, right, basically kills off everyone else's version of you. If you say no, you're basically strengthening the person you see in your mind. You're strengthening the identity that you see in your mind. Like if something comes up and you are totally against doing that thing, right? It means that somewhere in your mind, you've made the decision. You've made the decision in your mind that this isn't for me, or this isn't valuable to me, or this doesn't align with who I am and what I'm trying to be. And if something doesn't align with your values or where you think you're going in life, sorry for my language, but why the fuck should you care? Like if someone were to come up to you and be like, yo, you do this and do this and do this, and you just be like, nah. You should, even if it's like the most important person in your life, you should be able to say no. You should always be able to say no. Because at the end of the day, you want a specific life for yourself. And that person isn't waking up every day, chasing the dream every day, doing the things with you every single day. They're not there. And this is it's the craziest thing when you think about it, because you might think they're with you, but they aren't. And nobody's with you. Not one person on earth is with you. You guys, you might have alliances on this earth. You might have, okay, hey man, you have a goal, I have a goal. We could help each other out. We could both attack a certain goal. And I mean, 4 hands are better than 2. So yeah. But at the same time, you have to realize that that person that's helping you and you helping that person, you aren't like every day being there and trying your best for them to, for their vision of life to unfold. Just like they aren't there every single day to make sure your vision of life unfolds. It's like everyone has a specific vision. And the word no clarifies it. It clarifies it from all the bullshit of the world. Because in this world, you will face a lot of bullshit. You will face a lot of things trying to zap away your time. And time is the only currency you have. I don't care about money because money comes and goes. You could be a millionaire and try and lose everything. You could be the brokest person on earth and become a billionaire. So it's like, but you only have a set amount of days. You really only have a set amount of days. I couldn't do something right now that would make sure I live 5 years longer than I will. I can't do anything right now that will make sure. I'm talking about 100% you are living 5 more years. There's nothing I can do. There are a lot of things that you can do to shorten your life, but I also don't believe in that. I believe when you leave, you leave. And that's why time is your most valuable currency. When you leave, you're just gone. That's why saying no is the only way to actually get what you want out of life. Just say no, bro. Even if like the even if like people ask you for like the craziest requests, no. Like, and it's a thing of, it's another phrase I keep going back to, of you should never pour out of your cup when your cup isn't full, right? You should always pour into yourself and let others benefit from the overflow. Never pour too much out of your cup. I guess that's what it means. Don't pour out of your cup when you don't have water to pour out of the cup. And like, seriously, bro, like, keep it as, at a point in life, I feel like in everyone's life, there's a point where you start having to be minimal. You have to start keeping it as minimal as possible. And a word that does very well with doing that is no. You need to trim the fat. You need to make it ultra lean, bro. You need to make it lean. You need to make it super lean. You need to make it so fucking lean. It's on fucking 0% body fat. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about now, but you get my point. You need to trim as much fat as you possibly can. And you need to start learning how lean you can actually run. How little social approval you need. How little socializing you need. How little everything you need to run as a human being. Because I feel like these days we live in excess. We live in an excess of everything. And it's like, why do we live in its excess? Because it's an option. You get what I'm saying? Because it's an option. Like, you'll just be out here like just scrolling social media, you'll be doing this, then you'll do that, then you do this and you do that, then you do this and you do that, and then sleep. And then you go to sleep, and you wake up the next morning and you do this and do this and do this and you sleep. And then that's how life runs away from you. Because of the excess we have. Because of the amount of fat in the system. Because of the amount of gluttony in the system. When really, all you're supposed to do is find out the most important things and find out the things that, say you have a goal. Find the needle moving tasks. Everything else can take a backseat, bro. Everything else can take a backseat. There's no real point in you doing anything else. And you need to just realize that. You just need to realize that no trims the fat. Anything that you want to say no to is something that is in your mind you don't see value in. And sometimes you do see value, but you still have to say no because you come first. And that's not to say that like you're a narcissistic person or whatever word you want to paint the person as, but it's to say that you value yourself over everyone else. And I feel like in this world, the only way to get anywhere is to value yourself over anyone else. You need to realize that you were born here alone and that you are your best friend. And you will die alone. You need to start treating yourself like your best friend would. Saying no. Start talking to yourself in a better way, in a more positive way. Start talking to yourself until, actually, no, don't talk to yourself in a positive way. Like, actually get angry at yourself. Because if you had a friend who was like continuously fucking up, you'd get angry at a point. You would. And dude, if you have enough patience to be like here, like, yo, I'd never get angry at a friend. I'd never like raise my voice at a friend, lose my temper at a friend. You would. You just haven't had a friend that fucked up enough. So all you need to do is learn to say no, man. No will save you. No is one of the best words in the fucking in the lexicon of English that we use today. It's 2 letters. Carries so much weight. No. Oh, see, Sam, could you do this? Sam, hey Sam, I need help with it. No. Sam, could you do it? No. Sam, yeah. I have my own things. Just like I'm sure you have your own things. And I'm doing mine. Do yours. Yeah, sure, people can ask me for help. And I probably will help. But if I see that there's literally nothing in this for me, then no. No. I don't need to do that. I don't want to do that. Anyway, this has been Sam Torreno. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk with a yellow shirt on. I know it's probably terrible to watch. But anyway, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I'll see you whenever I do.